As a great real estate agent, it's easy when a property is selling well. Day 7, 14, 21, lots of great offers, you get it away. Ultimately, the vendor's really happy, you've got lots of great buyer demand, and you look like you're an absolute hero. But what do you do when the property all of a sudden isn't selling? How do you get back to campaign? Now, regardless of whether or not you're an auction or a for sale-based agent, we know that literally great agency is about selling a property in 28 days or less. So to get back to campaign, you've got to do all the things that great agents do. But what actually happens if it's got nothing to do with when the property's on market, but everything that you do when the property's off market that makes all the difference as to whether or not that particular property sells? Let's zoom in on the greatest skill set that we've seen phenomenal agents use to be able to reduce days on market. The first thing is to think, whenever you're in a position that you're about to take a property to market, who are the urgent buyers? Now, what I want you to think about is that let's say, for example, that a property in your local area has just had a sold sticker applied. Has that seller who just sold bought, or are they now the most urgent homeless person in your marketplace today with cash that are in a position that they want to go and purchase? The second conversation is then to review every single one of those people on your previous market appraisals. How many of those previous market appraisals are actually buyer sellers? So if we found them something to buy, then naturally they would sell. Now that we've just listed the new property, let's get those buyer sellers through that property, so then they might be encouraged to maybe bring their existing property to market. Then what we're going to do is that we're going to have a great conversation around other buyers that we might have met on previous campaigns. Let's say Red Street, Green Street, and Blue Street, and we go and have a quick look at that and we go, you know what, they are similar properties that we've sold in the course of the last year or so. Let's jump on the phone and ring every single person that inquired and physically inspected and see how many of those buyers still have an appetite to purchase. What we're now going to do is we're going to get through those 1, 2, 3 buyers that got a high level of momentum and energy and urgency in wanting to come and secure the property. So then day 1, when we go to launch, we now launch on Tuesdays. And the reason why we launch on a Tuesday is that then we have a midweek open for inspection or twilight inspection at this time of year, or maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday. That way, anyone who's looking at the major real estate portals, sees that new listing go live, all of a sudden comes down to that buyer appointment, that open home, and now all of a sudden you've got a lot of buyers there and you've got a lot of interest and you're getting second inspections from people that actually got to see the property off market. So then by the time you get to the first Saturday open home, you've already got buyers coming back for a second inspection after they saw the property in the midweek. This is what great agency is about, driving that level of intent so that naturally in the course of the first few days, as soon as that property hits the market, that there's a high level of energy and momentum, and then you let the marketing take it forward with effortless glide. But it's that hard work that's done up front that allows the marketing to be successful. In good markets, you don't have to worry about that. But in markets that have got turbulence, you absolutely have to worry about that. Then if a property doesn't sell, what's your plan? And this is really important to ultimately get properties back into campaign to make sure they actually get to sold by the time we get to Christmas. We've only got a very short window of time to go to work with any of those existing sellers. If they still have an intent to sell, do we need to change the pricing, the marketing, or the sale method and get the momentum behind it? It's up to you. If you ultimately see that vendor's name on your phone and you don't want to take that call, it's time to take charge and get back into control. And most importantly, to get back into campaign.